Hello, my name's Matt, and this is Grainy Brews. We both know why you're here. You've seen the title of the video and you want to know if this kind of obscure little camera is worth buying / stealing off a relative. And that's completely fine with me because I am more than willing to sell you on this little camera. We're almost late to the movie. We gotta get in soon. The Olympus Tough TG1 is, by any conceivable metric, a bad camera. Released in 2012, this camera packs a 12 megapixel sensor and shoots JPEG only. That is usually a recipe for disaster. Not the low megapixel count, but just the fact that you can't really edit the photos too much in post. But there'll be more on that later. The standout feature of this camera though is that it's waterproof, so I can film myself in the shower while I'm shaving. Me. Okay, where were we? Oh yes, it does have art filters. The art filters are very charming. It basically just has these selections of filters you can put over the regular JPEGs. So you've got grainy black and white, there's like a pop art one. I like the grainy black and white one, that looks pretty cool. So with all of that digicam stuff that we see floating around on social media, I couldn't help but be somewhat curious about using a camera like the Olympus. To be honest with you, it's quite staggering how poor the image quality is on the Olympus compared to my iPhone 15 Pro. Technically speaking, the iPhone just blows the Olympus out of the water. There's a noticeable lack of detail when you put two images side by side, and there's just like a weird fuzziness to some of the shots from the Olympus. Maybe even like a Vaseline effect. I don't really know what to call it. It just doesn't look very good compared with an iPhone. To be fair though, the iPhone does shoot RAW photo, so you can push the files much more. So with all of this smartphone technology and cool in mind, why are digicams so popular right now? I'm doing a video about this this camera, so you're going to be in it.
Yeah, how's your YouTube going?
It's going, all part of the... I'm just doing a slow zoom right on your...
Oh, sick, love it, no worries.
Beyond the nostalgia, I think there is value in using a camera system outside of your phone. There's this need whenever you take a photo on your phone, right, that you have to share it with someone that you know. You can't really do that with a digicam until you look at the photos later on. Or maybe you just forget and then you look back after 3 months of use and you have all these photos on there of all the things that you've done over those 3 months. And you're reminded, oh yeah, I did some cool stuff. But beyond the nostalgia and that Y2K aesthetic, people want to be seen using these cameras. It's like a fashion accessory. I feel like it doesn't really matter what digicam you have, as long as it looks the part and can take dodgy looking photos. That's the idea. And I find that very fascinating. When I was getting into photography, it seemed like there was a huge push towards this mindset of buying professional gear and getting really good at editing and just learning everything you can about photography and sticking with it. The digicam is like the antithesis of that. It is a camera that is extremely limited, offers very little in the way of professional control, but yet they are so easy to use. And they give you a look that's baked in, you don't have to do too much, and that's the fun, that's the enjoyment of it. Hey team, I just want to jump on here really quickly and just, that part about the digicam being the antithesis of learning photography and exploring it, that's bullshit. You can still explore photography and use a digicam. I don't know why I said that. That was really elitist of me. If you want to use a digicam to explore photography and learn more about the medium, that is perfectly valid. I don't necessarily think that camera manufacturers ever intended for these cameras to become like a collector's item 10, 20 years after they were produced. They were made for people who just wanted to go and take a camera with them on holidays or to the beach, to do whatever. Like a tourist camera. Now they're these objects which are a reminder of a time that we will never have again, where there's shitty photos of us that look like our MySpace display pictures, just floating around on Instagram, or maybe just living rent-free on an SD card inside an Olympus. It's weird how that's happened, but it's kind of cool at the same time that we are in a period of time where people are finding these objects and exploring them instead of just slapping a filter on a phone photo and calling it a day. There is a need for these smartphone cameras to produce the best looking photo with the least amount of hassle possible. And that is a shame, because now all of our photos look like these over-processed, weird computer algorithm detected, overanalyzed, clinical things. Where's the fuzziness? Where's the weird colors? Where's the mutedness of it all? Where's the character? There isn't much character. This camera was released in 2012, so it's not even technically released in the decade of Y2K. But it has the hallmarks and the traits of a camera that was released in that period. The knobby, tilty, zoomy thingy that handycams have, that this camera also has, it's very charming. You hand it to anyone while it's filming, they're gonna do a little zoom in on your face. Guaranteed. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Also, being 12 megapixels, the files are very tiny. They're also JPEG, so they're super tiny. And you can take thousands of them before they'll even fill up your hard drive. Which is great, because I have to pay a lot for hard drives, and it sucks. It sucks. Got really passionate about hard drives there for all of a sudden. Anyway, I've composed myself. To conclude, yes, the digicam thing. It's fun. I'm into it. It's pretty cheap. It's very fun and inviting. What can I say? If you have been thinking about getting one, if your relative has one and they don't bloody need it anymore, then go and steal it off them. Get one, you won't regret it. I hope you learned something, and if you didn't, then that's fair enough. I'd probably give bad advice. So if you want more bad advice, consider subscribing. Please like the video, and I'll see you when I get together. That seemed like a good way to end the video, right? Do I need to do another take? No.